in Bollywood, Anand, the Rajesh Khanna movie from the
Yes, yes,
1970s, is the quintessential movie about cancer.
Sure.
And of course, he dies in it.
Yes.
Then
yes.
the most modern one is Kal Ho Na Ho, the Shah Rukh Khan movie, which everyone connoted me to because, and I ended up
And
having
the
to sing
song.
that song every day. So it infuriated me that I knew so many survivors, and I ended up starting to work with organizations where they only work with survivors. There's an organization in Bombay. I know the woman who runs it. There are almost 25,000 patients that are under her, watch, and they all are active patients with active cancer, but they will have the rest of their life.
Mm-hmm.
They can still work, they can still get married, they can still but they have things that they have to do, like take certain medications, get certain follow-ups, get certain checkups done. It's become I wouldn't say lifestyle disease, but it's a disease that you can manage.
Absolutely.
And giving people that hope. Reality is always going to be there. Of course, people are going to die from cancer. We know that. But also early diagnosis,
Treatment, correct.
treatment. All of those things are important. But also, why can't there be a movie where the
Sure.
hero has cancer and survives?
Sure.
There was this terrible, terrible movie, and I wrote the most horrific, but I'm very proud of it, essay on it, was this Karan Johar movie, "Ae Dil Hai Mushkil."
Which I haven't seen.
Thank
so I-
God you did not. Where literally he, in the last act, the main lead, I think it was Anushka Sharma, she all of a sudden has cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And then the scene to show Ranbir Kapoor's love for her is he shaves his head in solidarity for her
Oh,
shaved
okay.
head. And it was, I think cancer was mentioned for 7 minutes, but he had this romanticized notion that cancer should still be used in this day and age as something signaling death. And I said, for yet another generation of people, when the first time they hear this word is either with someone who's passed, or they look and watch the big screen and they see this romanticized, false notion that cancer equals death. And it's really quite, for me now, as time has gone on and the longer I continue to be a survivor, I'm so pissed off that this is something that we still haven't even had that starting conversation with.
Sure.
I ended up writing a Bollywood script called Life Abhi Baki Hai. I wrote it with a friend of mine, and I have many contacts in the industry. I've worked with studios and whatnots. Not one of them was interested in making the film.
So
Because
it would be better if you had the protagonist go to a temple and bells ring, and then they would recover of cancer. That is acceptable.
absolutely. But having a hero, they didn't understand it. I wanted it to be a musical comedy because I wanted to show the ludicrousness of where the patient knows that they're going to survive. Everybody else thinks they're going to die. And the end is he survives and he gets the girl. And, they still have that Bollywood romance, but the conflict is everybody else thinks that this person is going to die. And it's so bizarre to me that we just don't understand how something so small, a small seed like that, can impact how someone sees something. So that 11-year-old kid that watches that movie at 23 when their mother tells them that she has breast cancer, the first thing that kid thinks is that my mother is going to die.
Sure. Or someone diagnosed themselves,
Absolutely.
They would give up the moment they heard the diagnosis.
Exactly. Or I don't want to do treatment because I'm going to die anyways.
Sure.
Or don't tell my mother that she has cancer because she'll give up hope. And I don't want her to know. And so these decisions are based on these generalizations and these false
Absolutely.
narratives that we've constructed to invoke fear about something that, yes, it's valid. You can have fear about it, but you shouldn't how it's been positioned in the world determine how you feel about it.
Sure.